So a contractor DM'd me earlier this week asking how he could scale his existing epoxy business to over $20,000 per month. You know, he has good months, he has bad months, and it averages out to $20,000 per month. And he's been like that for 2 years. And I do the same three things every time I'm auditing someone's presence, right? You need to understand that there's three levers that people usually aren't pulling all at once. They're usually doing just one of the three. And that's typically why they're stuck at whatever number they're stuck at. And for this example, it just so happened to be $20,000 per month in the epoxy flooring industry, which is my industry. So I know this literally like the back of my hand. So the first thing I do every single time is I understand, why are you stuck? And it comes down to three things. And the first thing is, are you posting content? And to my surprise, he was. Now, usually content is probably one of the first things that people decide to ignore because they don't have a camera. They think they need professional equipment. They think they need to hire someone. They think they give themselves every excuse in the book to not post content, when in reality, you need your phone, a tripod. That is it. So the first check that I did was, okay, he's active on social media. So what's the problem? Why are we, if we're doing the hardest part, which in my opinion, I think the hardest part about any business is posting about your business and posting it good. So he passed step number one. Okay. Now, why are we not growing? Chances are we running ads? And is our funnel optimized for ads? Those are the two last remaining pieces of this puzzle. There's the other sides to it, like automations, how fast are we calling leads, all of the other thing that's a sales side issue. But I can tell instantly just by everything else that's online, essentially. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to audit his website and see if it's optimized for advertisements, if it's an optimized funnel to convert traffic into giving up their information. Now, the first thing I notice, we'll go into a mobile view as well, just so you guys can understand, because everyone's landing in mobile. So if we're doing anything, I mean, video's fine. I mean, nice video. It's fine. You know, I don't think this is optimized for quote forms. It's not terrible. I've seen worse. But just regardless, I mean, I would never send traffic to a page like this because it has too many things on it. My goal is always to limit distraction. Attention span is already so small. To get someone to watch your entire ad, click the link below to take them off of their scrolling, off whatever they were doing. Maybe they're just trying to relax, they're just trying to chill, and all of a sudden they've seen their 10th epoxy ad and they're like, fuck, okay, I'll click on this one, right? And if I'm going to click on this and get sent to this page, right here, I can click a number, okay? So then I'm like, shit, do I call? I'm already thinking. I don't want to think. I want to have everything just done for me. So there's already things to click, which is already drawing my attention away from the goal, the things that we're paying for. We're paying for leads, and I'm already losing interest, right? And then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Optional message. Okay. There's no qualifying whatsoever going on. I don't know the budget of this lead. I don't know if this lead is in my service area. I don't know what service they're actually inquiring for. Well, I do actually. But Jesus, yeah. I mean, it's not optimized for ads, and it's very obvious to see. So right then and there, we have our first red flag. So out of the three things that he's doing one properly, and he's doing the other two, we don't know. So the first one is obviously going to be your funnel, and he's obviously not doing his funnel right. So the last step is he wasting a bunch of money on Facebook ads? That is the second question. So we're going to go to facebookadslibrary.com. We're going to type up his business, like cat surfaces. And of course, what we see, no ads matching this criteria. So he's not running any Facebook ads. Now, if you have a lead problem and you're not running ads, like that's your answer already. Your answer is, why don't I have leads? You're not running ads. So the inconsistency that he's getting in his business is, one, we're not sending any traffic to our website. We're just hoping the organic gods do their work for us. without actually putting any effort. So we're not running ads. I don't know how you would expect anything business related to be consistent if you're not running Facebook ads. So 2 out of the 3, he failed, which, like I said, this is 99% of you guys are lacking because you're not doing all 3 of these things. And I want to show you how easy these 3 things are, okay? Posting content. It's not hard because 1, you can repost the same content just in different formats. So looking at his page right now, I see this floor, and then I see this floor. They're the same floor. Okay, so one thing I want you guys to note is posting the same floor is okay. There's nothing wrong with posting the same content more than once, because more than likely, if it did well once, it'll do well again. So same floor, warehouse floor, warehouse floor, warehouse floor, warehouse floor. We know he's reusing content, and that's fine because that is how organic works. But the problem with organic when you're a service-based business is you can only do so much filtering, right? Especially if we're not putting any visual text on our videos. We're not talking to anyone. We're not calling anyone out. We're just getting the wow factor, and we're attracting those people. So you have to remember, anything that you're putting on a video, that is what you're going to be getting back. So if you're posting a video that's just pure aesthetic, you're going to get people that are commenting based off pure aesthetic. You're not going to get any clients from that, right? Whereas if I'm calling out a customer, I'm calling out a homeowner in a specific service area, then I'm going to get that homeowner in a specific service area engaging with my content, whether it's asking for more information or asking to get a quote. But people get so caught up on getting views and they want that fulfillment that they get so distracted and they forget what they're actually posting for. We're posting because we want to get clients. We're posting because we want to get $50,000 per month and we want our calendar booked out. So if we're posting with no goal and we're posting just for views, you can always wonder why your business is not where you want it to be, because you're focused on a goal that is manufactured for you to fail, because you're thinking about views as outside thing. It's just, people look at views and they think views correlate with like, oh, I'm like the shit, I'm sick. But no, views don't mean anything. The less views, the better, because the less views means you're reaching your target audience. So please don't get caught up on views, because the second you do, this is the second you lose. So just based off auditing his account, is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to post content talking to my ICP. I'm going to call out homeowners. I'm going to call out common problems that they may be doing with moisture, with cracks in their garage, or maybe they have a nice car and maybe they want a nice floor. I'm going to test different creative angles like that, and I'm not going to care about the views, okay? I'm not. And then once I do that, I'm going to launch Facebook ads, okay? And anyone who knows how to run Facebook, it is easy. Facebook ads are not hard anymore. With Claude and ChatGPT and YouTube, all 3 of these things together, it is impossible to launch a campaign that's as simple as a leads campaign. And I'm not going to go into how to do that in this video, but that is step number 2, is we're going to launch Facebook ads. And we're going to launch Facebook ads to a proper funnel. Okay, we're not going to send traffic to here because it's not going to convert. It's not going to qualify them enough. We want to make it hard, because the harder it is to do it, the more qualified the lead is going to be. Now, for this video specifically, I made a website. I made a specific landing page for Chase, for his business. Okay, and one thing I want to point out is this was made entirely with Claude. Okay. This is one prompt. I answered a couple questions that I could find based off the internet. That was it. And now I have a website. And the reason why this funnel works is the first thing we're doing is 5 reasons your garage looks embarrassing. We're calling out some type of pain point, and we're hitting that pain point of, I'm embarrassed of how my garage looks. Maybe it's super dirty. Maybe my floor is just fucked up. Whatever it is, I'm calling someone out. And I have social proof, I have my whatever, I have call to action, and there's no other buttons to click. Every single thing is pointing them to get a quote, get a quote, get a quote. But what I'm doing on this funnel is I'm pre-qualifying them even more. I'm calling out more of their pain points, and I'm trying to peel back the layer as much as possible so that they have no other option at the end of this funnel, at the end of all reading all of this, to click get a quote. Okay? So just like this, you can make a new optimized funnel. There's no reason to not be making stuff that looks good with how accessible everything is to you. Okay? So that is just the three things that I would recommend to anyone who's stuck at $20,000 per month. If you're not pulling all three of these levers, ads, content, and posting, ads, content, I already said that, ads, content, and funnel, that's why. If you do just one, that's why. If you do only two, sorry to say, but that's still probably why. If you do all three, show me the proof that you do it. And if you don't grow, I will give you money because you will. And that's just the fact. So make content, cater to your ICP, optimize that content via a funnel, and amplify your content, amplify your funnel with ads. Done. Thank you. You'll hit 50K.